Hello, everybody. It is I, the ranting redhead, with another episode for you all. Thank you all so much for listening. I am your host, the greatest of all time, Aiden. And today, the topic is going to be one I've had on the back burner for a while, and you know what? I'm just saying, screw it. Here I go. How to be a real man. Alright. Now, there are a couple steps if you want to be a real man. It's not as hard as everyone makes it out to be. Because, hey, you know what? There's only so many of us out there that are real men. There's so many posers out there. But I'm going to tell you, because, who's more manly than me? And here we go. Rule number one, how to be a real man. Lie. Lie hard, lie good, lie twice if you have to. Listen, here's what I'm saying. If you're a normal person, your life is not the most interesting in the world. But if you lie, you actually seem like you got some stuff going on. It's like, hey, remember the time? Like, I've lied countless times. I lie every single day to embellish stories, make stories up, or sometimes just because it's funny. Like, one time, somebody somebody was making a joke that if I'm not gonna say what, but they were offending like a certain religion. I don't give a shit about religion. I think, and I said, hey, you know what? I am this religion. I'm just gonna say because I'm not the one who said it. They were making a joke about being Jewish, so I was like, hey, don't offend my people. And they go, you're Jewish? I go, yeah. Oh, I didn't know that, and I just go, l'chaim. I didn't care. I just thought it was funny. I don't care if you think it is or isn't, but just lie, because you know what? You keep yourself entertained, and that's all that matters. To hell with everybody else. Keep yourself entertained. Listen, that's the most important thing in the world is to keep yourself occupied, because if you're not, you're just going to be fake the whole time, and there's good fake and bad fake. Like, number one, I don't care if you lie, if you're just being funny, like me, but I hate, like, to me, if you dye your hair, you're a liar because you are uncomfortable with yourself and you're lying to yourself. Because if you can't even accept the facts, like, oh my god, I have black hair, let me make it pink, that's attractive. No, it's not. It's really not. Very, very few people can pull off dyed hair. And I'm sorry, but if you're listening, the odds are you are not one of them. So just change your hair back. Just look like a freaking normal person instead of standing out like a stupid leprechaun gorilla. Jesus Christ. Sorry that I took the Lord's name in vain, but hey, you know what? I don't care. I really don't. Alright, what was I talking about? How to be a man. Like I said, lie all the time just because it's funny. Don't lie about stupid stuff, okay? Just lie if it's funny. Like today when I was working, I actually convinced somebody at work, and I know she's not listening because she's not a real winner who listens to the show. I convinced her that I took ecstasy by myself while on a camping trip on an island. I thought it was funny. She goes, did you really? I'm like, oh, dude, I could tell you stories. Probably none of them are true, but I remember I thought I fought with a bear. And she goes, I can't tell if you're lying or not, but I don't think you are. And I'm like, I don't lie about anything, which of course is a lie. Everybody lies. Everybody lies about everything. Hold on, I need a drink, and I don't feel like pausing the video, so hold on a second. Alright, I'm back. Okay, the next rule of how to be a man. Eat a steak. There's nothing more manly than just taking a steak. You don't even need a fork and knife. Just frickin' just pick that shit up and eat it. I don't care. There's nothing more manly than that. Is there just anything more stereotypically manly than just, let's just say, oh yeah, I just, cut down a tree with my bare hands. And now I'm gonna eat a steak with my bare hands. Let's go. To me, there's nothing more stereotypically manly than that, I guess. So, eat a steak or you're a pussy. Alright, that was a quick one. And I've mentioned this before, so I'll make this one even quicker, hopefully. You have to like Rocky 4. Come on. It's the ultimate dude movie. If you don't like it, you're not a real man. I'm sorry. Look, it's not a great movie, but it's just, if you want to prepare for anything in your life, you watch Rocky 4, okay? If you wanna go work out, you watch Rocky 4. If you wanna do an episode of The Ranting Redhead, you watch Rocky 4. If you wanna get to work on time, you listen to the Rocky 4 soundtrack in your car. The only time you don't watch Rocky 4 is if you want to be a loser. And if you don't like Rocky 4, that's exactly what you are, a loser. I only listen to winners. So if you don't like that movie, guess what? You're a loser and you'll always be a loser. That's just a fact of life. And you know what? I'm just spitting facts here. Okay. I told you I'd make that quick. Next rule of how to be a man. Don't get unnecessary flashy tattoos. I mean, have you ever seen these people with like neck tattoos? What the fuck is up with that? It's like, yeah, I mean, the only person that could pull it off is Mike Tyson because somehow he looked badass in it. But you just look like a scumbag if you got like like a spider web on your neck. I mean, that shows that it's like, you know what? I don't value myself. I'm gonna sit in the corner and be a cobweb on my neck. I mean, that just looks stupid. I mean, we've seen these people with like the pointless, just black line tattoos on their neck as they have the stupid mohawk and half a beard. They just look like crap. So yes, no unnecessary tattoos. I don't even think tattoos are that cool to begin with. I mean, look, if you like them, that's fine. I'm not saying that you can't have a tattoo. Obviously, it's your right, but some men can pull off a tattoo. I will say that. But I don't care for it. I've always said if I were to ever get a tattoo, I would get it on my arm, and it would be the Rambo knife. To me, that I that's just the one that I could think of. To me, there's not like I know people with tattoos where it's like, you know, it's like their wife's name or something, and of course it's the wife that divorced him and decided to sleep with his boss instead. It's always that kind of person. Um, you know what? This doesn't have anything to really do with being a man, but it also kind of does. So I'm gonna lump this one in here too. Okay. You can't be too skinny, but you can't be fat either. You just have to have like a normal body. Just very normal to me. I don't know. Because it's way too distracting if you're anorexic, and obviously it's distracting when your gut sticks out if you're fat. So just have a normal body. And this is something I learned. What is it with women that like dad bods? People say that like men have messed up brains. Okay. To me, it's kind of weird if it's like, yeah, you know what? I want somebody with my daddy's bod. I want to fuck him. That makes no sense to me. So it's like, oh, you wanna be with someone that has, you know, a similar resemblance in the tummy area to your dad? I don't know. To me, that just sounds weird. But I was saying at work today, I was saying that you know, I seem to not be. I can't for some reason. I'm not getting anywhere with my looks, so I had a new idea. How about this? I mean, I'm like 175 right now. What if I gain like 70 pounds and maybe I can get a girl just because she'll have a fat fetish and I can satisfy that? That's what that's what I was thinking at work. But hey, you know what? I'll tell you what. If you're a girl listening here and you know me, if you think I should gain 70 pounds, let me know. Let me know, and you know we'll see what happens. If you think I'd look more attractive, you know, 70 pounds heavier, just warning you, it goes right to the tummy and the toes. That's where it goes to. Tummy, toes, and neck. All right, that's where it goes to. Other than that, I have a perfect body. No, I don't. No, I do not. Okay. Here's another rule. Always, no matter how wrong you are, stick to your guns. Never, ever back down. Ever. All right? I don't care how wrong your opinion is. If it's like, okay, well, today is, let's say, you know, today's Wednesday, and someone's like, no, it's Thursday. You have to stick to that. It's like, no, it is Thursday. Not necessarily here, but in some places around the world, I guarantee you it's Thursday. I don't give a fuck. Fight me on it. Like, you know what? Come up with any excuse to find out that you are right. I do not care what it is. Come up with something, because then you'll look cool. It's like, hey, you know what? I would be the best at debating people because I just don't. If I really want to, I don't back down. I mean, to me, if somebody backs down, let's say I'm hanging out with like a group of people and I'm clearly debating someone and I know I'm wrong, but it's just funny to see their reactions. It's funny to push people's buttons and be like, no, I'm right, and finally see them say like, oh, I give up, and then you're like, ooh, I'm the winner. I won. You're the loser. I won. that is my amazing victory song. Thank you all so much. You can always use that for when you want to win a debate with somebody. That's gonna be our victory songs. Okay, here's another rule for being a man. Don't talk behind somebody's back. If you have a problem with them, tell them to their face. I don't care if you have to do it in a funny way or a mean way, direct. I don't give a fuck. You just tell them to their face. Say, hey, you know what? You stink. How about you take a fucking bath for once? Or it's like, hey, you know what? You ate my lunch. Fucking give me $20. I want my sandwich back. That's all. Stand up for why you believe somebody is a scumbag. Tell them everything. I mean, like, I never lie. I mean, that's the truth right there. I never lie. So whenever I tell people I have a problem with them, I say it in a funny way. And that doesn't seem to work, though, as what I've noticed, because then they don't take it seriously. Sometimes if I say, like, hey, you know what? I'll be like, you're a loser who smells like watermelon that got moldy. They'll start laughing. I'm like, well, I'm not wrong. Take the hint. So sometimes being funny is not the best decision. I've come to learn that in life, but hey, you know what? Sometimes you need to be direct with this person and say, "Hey, you know what? Why don't you just clean up your act a little bit? Behave yourself and stop being a loser." I don't really know where I'm going with this, but that is what I would say to a person. Listen, I've had a long day. I'm recording this after a long day. I'm very tired. But I wanted to do another episode. I really did. And this is what you get. This is what you get. You asked for this. Okay, you know what though? Here's another rule for being a man. It kind of lumps along with the lying one, but I'm just going to kind of expand upon that a little bit. Always act like you always have something to do. Someone says, hey, what are you doing this weekend? It's like, well, I was going to go cage fighting, but I don't know. I could talk my way out of it for one weekend. What do you have in mind? Always seem interesting. That's what you got to do in life. Where it's like, hey, are you busy? Are you busy this afternoon? It's like, well, I was going to have lunch with, the president of Starbucks, and they were gonna change the name to my last name. But hey, you know what? I could sit down and have a cup of coffee with you. What'd you want to do? Do something like that. I don't care how ridiculous it seems, but make it convincing. Do better than me. I'm not saying I'm the perfect man. I'm let me rephrase that. I am the perfect man to any ladies listening, but to guys that are listening, just remember that you can do better than me. I'm trying to help you. Okay? This is an episode for you. So, you're welcome. I'm telling you how to be a real man. And I'm not asking for anything in return, except maybe for you to hit the like button. You know what I'm saying? But with that, should I end the episode? Yeah, I've had a long day, so I think I'm going to end the episode. Okay, I got one more. One more tip for being a man. And this comes around 1 month out of the year, okay? In December. Okay? If you're a real man, if you are truly a man's man, there's one opinion we must all share. Die Hard is the best Christmas movie ever. I thought of that because I'm recording this in my room and I'm looking at a copy of Die Hard 3 and that's what made me think of it. So, yeah, I think I'm going to go watch Die Hard 3 because that's not a Christmas movie. But everyone that is a real man will tell you Die Hard is the best Christmas movie of all time. And with that, I will end the episode. Thank you all so much for listening. I apologize for this episode. I'm very tired. If it didn't come out well, hey, you know what? I don't care. I really don't. So thank you all so much for listening, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.